We got Anthony LoRicco here, tomorrow's starting pitcher.
Anthony, hi. Good to see you. Tell us a little bit about your season. You had a 12 strikeout performance against Navy, and then you had the big game against Lafayette. Tell us a little bit about your season and the playoffs so far for you.
Yeah, so our season started off kind of rough. Went down North Carolina a couple times. I didn't think we were really ready as a team. I personally wasn't as polished as I wish I was, and we ended up getting off to a tough start. But as soon as we started getting a Patriot League play, our team really started to pick it up. Guys were picking up each other a lot. That's kind of been the whole thing going on this season. Like when one guy goes down, we got 2-3 guys ready to pick him up, and we're just battling it out. And then talking about those 2 games against Navy, that was the first time I was throwing in front of a big crowd all year. I was all fired up, ready to go. Obviously, big rivalry game. It's my first time ever throwing against Navy. I didn't get to throw against them last year, and then my plebe year, I didn't throw against them either. So I was obviously all excited to go for that too. And then once we got in the playoffs against Lafayette, this program kind of has just it's got like a wave of excellence around it. Even before I started here, they were already the Patriot League champions, and so I just wanted to keep that going. And I was just trying to keep my team in the game. And obviously, we had a bunch of big knocks, a bunch of guys picking each other up, like I said.
Maybe just tell us a little bit about your repertoire of pitches. Obviously, you had the 12 strikeouts. Maybe take us through the basics of your pitching options.
Yeah, so I throw just 2-seam fastball. I throw a changeup, and then I throw a slider too. So that day against Navy with 12 strikeouts, fastball was working really well. I was locating really well with that, and then those 2 pitches just kind of played off it and allowed me to really get deeper into counts with them, and then just kind of burn them with the fastball at the end. But against a team like Lafayette, they're a lot more aggressive, and I throw a lot more off-speed pitches to them, and they ended up just kind of over time just kind of beat themselves pretty much.
Okay, thank you, Ken.
Anthony, what's it like being put into a pressure situation? Are you a guy who thrives on this?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's just the culmination of the season too. Like I've been out there all year, I've thrown every weekend, so it's just I'm anxious really to get out there and just kind of get after it.
Yeah, Anthony, just take me through what this pitching staff is like and kind of the relationship and the rapport you guys have as a group.
Yeah, so we got a really good core group of leaders on our team. Obviously, we're led by Ray Bartoli, Harry Flannery, 2 guys that I've been around for 3 years now, kind of personal mentors for me, have shown me the ropes, have shown me how to be a real competitor, especially at the Division I level. And then we got other guys in our class, like my grade especially. We got Teddy Lepsio, Ben De La Belle, have been right alongside there. They've really stepped up. They've shown like our team exactly what leaders are supposed to be. And then the freshmen and sophomore just kind of fall in after that. Obviously, we have Pat Malampy and Rob Bucher. They've done well this year. Before Pat was injured, he was pitching really well. They kind of just rose to the occasion. They just follow. It's basically like follow the leader, And that all starts with Ray and Harry.
Anthony, can you talk about not settling for the poor start this season and being able to turn it around?
Yeah, again, I think that's just a testament to the way our team is designed, honestly. They saw the pitching staff was struggling at the beginning of the year, and then the hitters, obviously, they weren't doing exactly what they wanted to do either. And it was a gut check, honestly. It was something that we as a team hadn't really experienced before. We'd always come out hot, especially like my plebe year. We brought LSU to the 9th inning. We beat Air Force pretty bad just to start off the year, and we just kind of kept going from there. But with this, it was a slow start that just kind of tumbled and snowballed. And so it was a gut check, especially when we get back to Patriot League play. We're like, wow, we got to go right now. Like it's make or break time right now, because we obviously didn't want to put ourselves in too deep of a hole. And then it's just over time, the guys just started picking up each other more, like I said. And it's all on the leaders, honestly. Our team captains have done a fantastic job this year. They've led us really well. And then Coach Foster, on top of that, motivating us every day. We're out here grinding every day to get better. And so it was, like I said before, we didn't start exactly where we wanted to be, and I especially wasn't there. But our guys, they worked really hard over the course of the season so far to get better.
Anthony, Army's had a lot of success in baseball for quite a few years here. Talk about living up to the tradition, living up to the expectations.
Yeah, I got to see that firsthand my plebe year. We had guys like Dan Berggraf, we had Sam Messina, Tyler Giovinco. I remember Tyler Giovinco pitched every weekend. He was good for 6-7 innings every single time. And I remember sitting there as a freshman thinking, wow, I'm going to have to do that one day. But it's them showing me the ropes has made it a lot easier. I can't forget about Cam Opp. He's one of the most fantastic pitchers I've been around, one of the best guys I've been around too. So they just kind of embodied what true leadership is and what a really good Army baseball player should be. They're some of the most motivated people. And then living up to that standard, it's just been, like I said, we got Harry Flannery, Ray Bartoli, all those guys. They live up to that standard every day. And I'm just trying to follow right behind them.
I think you guys have a lot of confidence in your abilities, but I think you have a lot of respect for Lehigh as well.
Yeah, we do. They got some really good arms. Mason Black, Svensson, Svivson, I'm not really sure how to pronounce his last name, but they do have some really good arms, and it should be a really good challenge for us, and I'm excited to get after it this weekend.
Anthony, I wanted to talk about that, just being a competitor, going into a game one of a championship series, starting against Mason Black, the Patriot League Pitcher of the Year, and a guy who's getting a ton of hype on MLB draft boards. What kind of, I mean, does that give you something a little bit extra going into that game, a little extra excitement?
Oh yeah, it definitely gives me excitement. I love those. That's one of my favorite spots to be in. I think there's really no pressure, honestly. Everybody's gonna be looking at him, so why as well not just go out there and shock the world myself, you know?
Yeah. And I was curious just to kind of talk about some of those pressure situations. I want to go back to your first year. You make a postseason appearance against a really good Texas Tech team and throw an inning and 2/3 scoreless ball. Can you just take me through that? I guess, what kind of confidence did that give you to be able to go out against a program like that and throw well?
Yeah, that was fun. Obviously, I went in the game. We weren't winning at the time. But it was good. It was one of the best teams I've ever had to throw against. And so it was in front of a massive crowd, the biggest crowd I've ever been in front of. And so it was just, it was a big confidence boost, honestly. And then especially to roll right into the summer after that, I played for the Ocean State Waves in Rhode Island, and just kind of take that confidence and then keep rolling into my sophomore year too, where I was actually going to have to be in big start situations for the first time. It helped me a lot, honestly, especially my development as a pitcher, and then obviously being able to handle that the pressure that situation put me in.
And then I guess just from staying kind of on a confidence theme, we had talked a little bit to your teammate Ray Bartoli and talked to Coach Foster about this. But just can you talk a little bit about the confidence you gain from having the defense that you have behind you? Guys like Timmy Simos and Kevin DeBrule, throwing to Cam Ceruto, some of the veterans you have in the outfield, and obviously Anthony Jaquin at third base.
Yeah, we've been talking about ever since the preseason how good our infield is going to be, how Cam has really solidified himself as a pretty good Division I catcher and someone that I can really rely on personally. It's definitely a big confidence boost, you know, especially having the Defensive Player of the Year out there. There's nothing better than that. These guys are my best friends. It's just awesome to be out there, and I know that they got my back, and I'm gonna do everything I can to throw as well as I can.
And just one other thing that Coach Foster kind of talked about, and I know this has been something that's been a theme not just for Army, but even for Navy when they've been on the road. What kind of feeling is it just kind of getting away from West Point to play a championship series, being in a hotel, being on the road, comfortable beds, a lot of food, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I love it. I love going on the road. That's one of my favorite times of the year, especially during the preseason. But now is even better because it's obviously a lot warmer and it's awesome to be out there. It's a little different now that all the other cadets are gone. It's a lot less stressful than it usually is. But getting on the road is one of the best parts of the year. I know that everybody on the team loves it, and it is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Anthony, just like to ask you, how do you handle all of the challenges of West Point, and what's your academic major?
So my academic major, I'm a law and legal studies major. I'm going into my Cal year, so I got 4 or 5 more law classes left before I graduate, and I've enjoyed that program a lot so far. It's something that I'm not sure if I'm going to really seek law school in the future. We'll see. That's up for debate still, but we'll see how it goes. And then from just thinking about like the academic and military commitments we have here, it's a lot, honestly. We're in class every day till 3 o'clock. We roll right out to the field after that, and it's just kind of one thing after another. And I've been here for 3 years. I'm used to it, and it's more of one of the biggest not problems I would say, but one of the biggest things that we have to do is help out the freshmen kind of get into that rhythm too. So that was kind of one of the things that I was trying to do this year, and it was a pretty big challenge to try to help them. Then thinking about the military side, I love it, honestly. It's a lot of fun. It can suck at times, but everything does. And but it's great to just get out there with the cadets for the summer and get after it.
Very good. Thank you.
Competitive, mid to upper 80s righty who, doesn't beat himself. He holds runners, he fields his position, he competes like crazy out there. He works fast, he changes speeds. Everything that you want out of a pitcher is Anthony. He wishes he was 6'4" and he threw 95, but he doesn't. He's 86, 87, 88, 89 on a good day, but he can really pitch, and he does a great job battling. Sometimes he gets a little too fired up, a little too emotional, but we've worked on that. And once he got past that, he's been good. So guys love playing behind him because he gets action, he gets ground balls, and they're in the game, they're on their toes, and he wants the ball, and he's someone the whole staff looks up to.
Excellent. Thank you very much.